Hello, everybody. Welcome to Telli Talks, where we talk about life, growth, relationships, and all things in between. I have a very special guest with me today, Dr. Lara Purdy. Thanks for coming on.
Hi. Thanks so much for having me. We're going to have a fun day.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you so much.
To a beautiful conversation.
We'll have a great conversation.
I was hoping not to spill that before I drink it.
There's a lot of coconut on there.
So for the people that don't know your journey, please introduce us to your journey and yourself to the audience.
Absolutely. Well, my name is Dr. Lara Purdy. Sometimes they call me America's favorite doctor. I am a physician. I was born in Southern Kentucky, and I thought I was going to go into music. I was actually playing the piano over here when I first got here because that was so exciting. But I actually went into healthcare instead of music. Was in the Army for 14 years, and now I work in virtual health. So I've created the nation's first, I think, or definitely the nation's best new healthcare system. It involves a virtual clinic and a lot of like brick and mortar real practices that are small businesses, but that don't use government help or insurance. And so we're really trying to change the healthcare system in America, which is very broken. And so I'm really glad to get to talk to you about it today because it's really exciting.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, you went from music to medicine. How was that transition and when did that happen?
I mean, so honestly, the transition was really easy because so as a professional musician, I was an accompanist. So not really me on the stage with the spotlight, but me behind a choir or vocalists or instrumentalists. And it was a really cutthroat industry. And I think I have more of a heart like a healthcare provider than I do something like a professional musician where it's very competitive and you have to stick your neck out there. And there was an incident where I did a show and I was bullied and they took the show away from me in real time with the curtain up, and I was 18 years old and I was devastated. I mean, it was absolutely heartbreaking. And I went home and my dad said, go into healthcare. And I said, okay, fine. I'll go into healthcare. And honestly, I think it was the best thing, right? Like things happen for a reason.
Absolutely.
Even negative experiences, we can turn them into something positive. And I think that's exactly what happened there. So I don't regret it, but it was actually quite easy.
Oh, that's amazing. That's definitely a big transition.
Yeah,
and it's like, when our parents tell us to do stuff and we're not really interested, but they know us better than we know ourselves. I mean, they had us, so they would know.
Yeah.
You would think they would know what we like, right?
Yes.
So you went into medicine. And when did it transition into, this is my aha moment, this is my why, this is my reason for living?
Well, so I have 4 kids, right? And in the military, I don't know if you know this, but you don't make a lot of money. And so I needed to put the kids, I wanted to do Montessori school with them and just simply didn't make enough money. So I started doing virtual health. And I tell you what, as a physician, when I was seeing, and this was way before COVID, like several years before the pandemic. And when I would see people who would come in for things like depression, anxiety, med refills, even like poison ivy, UTIs, I started to feel guilty because I'm thinking, why are we forcing people to take a whole day off, miss their work hours, pick their kids up from school, basically waste the whole day going into the doctor's office for something we can safely do online. Right. I feel like we're wasting our patients' resources and we have the means to help them differently. Absolutely. And so I said, you know what, I think I could actually make this my job if I get more state licenses and just kind of pour myself into it. Can I do that? Like, can this be a way to work and not get burned out by the system and, abused by the system? Because you know how it is. But people are burned out everywhere in the healthcare system.
Absolutely.
And so that was really my aha moment.
Too.
Yeah, I was just so guilty thinking like we force these people to come in for something that we could handle at home. Like, why don't we do that? Why aren't we doing that?
And we miss a whole day of school, whether it's children, you miss a whole day of work, whether you're an adult, and it's time consuming. You're waiting in line, you're waiting for your turn to be seen for 5 minutes to go get your prescription and then go back home.
Right.
So it is a whole day thing. And you're 1% of the doctors that are board certified in all 50 states plus DC.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
How
and that is hard. Oh, it's terrifying.
I was going to say.
It's difficult. It's terrifying. And, like, honestly, every state has its own set of laws, and they're different from the other ones, and they do not care what other states you have a license in. So heaven forbid you don't know exactly what the law in every single state says. Something that's legal in one state might be illegal in another state, and nobody cares.
Right.
Like the state board X doesn't care what you can do in state board Y. They expect you to be able to do it all differently. It's a tough place for physicians to be because there's no support at all.
So how long was that, like, testing, the transition, to know everything, to remember everything for all 50 states? That's a lot.
I mean, I still don't. Like, at any given time, I'm probably talking to 5 or 6 different lawyers. And if you ask 5 or 6 different lawyers, you're going to get 5 or 6 different opinions.
Absolutely. And 5 or 6 different states.
In 5 or 6 different states, right? So at the end of the day, it's the rule makers who get to decide what happens. And no matter what the attorney says, you know, you're at kind of their mercy. So I feel like I still don't know everything because the regulations change all the time and I'm doing the best I can. But there are actually more than just me out there. There's a whole, I would say, like, crew of 50 state licensed physicians out there who are really trying to help people and expand their reach, but are terrified of getting in trouble, even though they know in their heart that what they're doing is genuinely helping people.
Absolutely. And it's hard to find people in any profession, not just medical, that are genuinely doing it for passion as opposed to a source of income. You know, and it's like to be passionate about what you do and just be passionate about helping people. Okay, so I have a question about how you see patients online, or is it just like a something that's already programmed?
I'm gonna enjoy making a mess of this the whole time.
Bye. Is it something that's like already programmed? Like, let's say there's a software that directs certain patient if they have, let's say, a common cold or a flu or COVID. Is there, you know, a software that kind of, I guess, micromanages everything before they get to see a live physician? How does that work?
Like, how does it work? Well, you know what's really interesting is that we have 29,000 patients in our clinic, which is the equivalent of almost, I mean, if 2,500 is one primary care clinic and we have 29,000, I mean, that's the equivalent of what, like 12 primary care clinics all in this one clinic. And all of it is people finding it on their own. The people are going online and they're saying, I need help, I want help, but I can't afford it in the clinic, or I work night shift and I can't go in during the day, or the nearest mental health facility is 3 hours away and they're booked for 6 months. What do I do? Right. And they find us because they go online looking for help. And we rely on the technology to help us sort out all of that. Like what you're saying, like gather the information, get pictures, get photographs. But again, it's hard to create one system that obeys the laws of all 50 states, right? Because they all have different rules.
So let's say someone goes on your site. The first question is, what state are you from? And then your problem? Or how does it, like, how is that managed? Because it's just like, there's so much legalities to it. Yeah. And like, it's an amazing idea. But in my head, I'm like, how is this managed with all the states having different laws, all the patients having different, you know, I guess sicknesses or complaints or questions? Like, that's a lot. I can't even imagine, like, to wrap my head around.
It is a lot.
All the sicknesses that we have, all the different rules, all the different regulations, all the different, that's a lot.
It's insane. I mean, right now it's very manual. We have, like 30 different policy documents. We actually, so you say legality, right? We get investigated so often because we're different. We're getting bigger and we're drawing attention to ourselves. And so we try to keep it very in the box as much as possible. So we have like investigator welcome letters, investigator onboarding packets, because I welcome people to come and take a look at what we're doing.
Absolutely.
Right? It is hard. It is very difficult. And we are actively in the pursuit of always doing the right thing, but are still kind of chasing our tail on it because the rules are a moving target. So on the one hand, yes, and as a side note, we've never been like reported by a patient or anything like that. The biggest shade we've ever had thrown at us was actually by peers, other doctors in the industry who look at what we're doing and say, I don't like that.
Yeah, because I don't
like what you're doing.
They don't want you to take their patients away from them.
Nope.
No one ever wants to see people doing better than them.
Right.
It's insane.
The way I see it is we can all work together because there's things I can't do online and there's things you shouldn't ethically be doing in the clinic.
Right.
Inhaler refills, poison ivy. Like, that's my best example. Somebody sends you a picture of a poison ivy rash. I can just give them topical steroids. I don't need you to come in and make me look at it, right?
Right.
So I feel like we should be working together and saying, let's reallocate our patient resources and send the ones who can be done online, and send the ones who should be done in person. And Absolutely. We use our resources in a more responsible way. And that's
you don't waste anyone's,
exactly.
You don't waste your time, the patient's time of coming in when they don't have to.
Everybody says the system is broken, but the overwhelming majority of people are not willing to open their minds to be a part of the solution.
Absolutely. And that's more of a bigger problem than the actual problem itself.
Yeah, I mean, we're handicapping ourselves, right? Like we can't, we got to help ourselves.
I get you.
Help me, right?
Absolutely.
Help me help you, and help us help them.
Exactly. So with all that going on, I know it sounds super busy and a lot to like handle and manage. How do you find time for your family?
I think that the best thing, because you said I have 4 kids, right? So 10, 8, 6, and 3. It's a lot of children. But the thing is that I've learned that the more people I bring in to help me, the more I can give to everyone. Absolutely. Delegation is scary. This business, right? I was mentioning to you before we started, we got 200 med spas, IV hydration companies, and clinics all across the country that we help. We help support them. And we got these 29,000 patients and other companies we help support. We're just trying to help people, right? And so as we've started to hire more doctors, nurses, NPs, operations people, tech people, and distributed the workload, because we talk about business, right? What people have said to me is, you give away your income to other people. And I say, no, I buy my time back. Mm-hmm. I'm buying my time back. So I feel like now I have more time to spend with the kids than I ever did before, because other people have responsibilities. We all know what we're supposed to be doing. We hold each other accountable, and that work-life balance just falls right into place.
That's amazing. I love that. I love that for you. I love that for your kids, and I love it for your company. And that's a beautiful thing to have the freedom to spend time with your kids, because kids, I mean, we have 8, so like kids,
8?
Yeah.
Children.
So when you said 4, I was like, yeah.
I mean, 4 feels like a lot.
8 is a lot. 4 is a lot.
I'm behind.
2 is a lot. 3 is a lot.
I mean, 1 is a lot.
Yeah, like, kids are a lot.
A dog
but
is
they're
a lot.
Fun. No, I know. I have 2 dogs now.
How old? Can I ask how old are they?
Yeah,
Probably
so they range. They range. That sounds a lot, right? They range from 5 to 18. So it's like 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 17, and 18.
Amazing.
So
are they twins at all?
No twins at all. And it's crazy because like my spouse, this happens every podcast when I mention the kids. Like he always wants more, and I'm just like, oh, we have enough.
You say you can have the next one. Go for it.
If only we were seahorses, right? if only you guys could carry and deliver and go through everything that we go through with pregnancy, I'd be like, all right, let's have 50 kids.
Go for it. Like, you have as many as you like.
Right. And your body change, and you go through, postpartum, and you have the carrying, and you
breastfeeding.
Breastfeed. All of that. Periods. Take it all. Take it all.
Menopause.
Take it all.
Take that.
So for everyone that comes on, we play this game.
Great.
It's a game of Would You Rather. It's called Pick Your Poison. So I'm going to play with you too.
I'm ready.
Put the whole deck up.
Is the first one, would I rather pay cash or use insurance for healthcare?
We're doing cash. We're doing cash. Okay. So pick 2 cards and then read what's on this card or what's on this card.
Okay, so pick like 2 cards?
Yes.
Okay,
I'm going
so
to go first.
Oh, goodness.
Would you rather have every day be Monday or panhandle for at least $5 every day or else lose all the money in your bank account?
Every day be Monday. I don't know how long I'd last on the street.
That's hard.
I don't think I could defend myself very
Lose
well.
all your money in your bank account
No.
to panhandle for at least $5? Oh my gosh.
Not
You
worth
can't
it.
even get a gallon of gas for $5.
You buy
No,
like
it's
half a loaf of bread or something.
It's insane.
Okay, so I read to you now?
Yes.
Would you rather have horrible acne on your eyelids or have every hair on your body plucked one by one?
Oh my gosh. Jesus. I hate plucking hairs. I hate plucking hairs even on my eyebrows. Oof.
And that's a lot of hair.
That's
you
a
got
lot
going
of
on here,
hair.
so.
Every hair on your body.
Every hair.
I'll just have horrible acne and hope laser takes care
Eyelid
of it.
Microneedle your eyelids.
Something. I mean,
Yeah.
I couldn't do the hair plucking thing. I would have to, unless they're like numbing me
Yep.
entirely.
That's fair.
It needs to have some type of like clutch.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see what
That's
the next
crazy.
one is. All right. Would you rather always be sweaty
Oh my.
or have your clothes start to disappear after 1 hour of wearing them?
I think it would be okay for my clothes to disappear. I live in Miami. I feel like that would be all right. I don't think anybody would blink twice at me.
I love it. I love it. I would rather I hate sweating, like with a passion.
I don't know about that. Okay. Would you rather tattoo your social security number on your forehead?
Jeez.
Just right there. Walking identity theft. Or be
Right.
unable to use the following words: the, and, to, be, or of.
I'm gonna try my hardest not to use the words, then just tattoo
I don't know about
my
that.
life on my forehead.
I don't know about
my whole
that.
entire life of everything.
No.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
Last one. All right. Would you rather continuously lose and regrow all of your teeth or be unable to throw anything away?
Now, is that like does it say the amount of time that those teeth cycle in? Like, do they grow back while I'm sleeping, or?
You would hope so, right?
Unable to throw
Continuously.
anything away? I would have to go with the teeth because I'm like the opposite of a hoarder. I probably throw away things like way too early.
I'm the same way. Like if I see like a little brown on the banana, I'm like, all right, they're bad. Throw them away.
Or toys.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because toys multiply like you wouldn't.
Oh, the
believe.
kids. Yeah.
And they just magically aren't there anymore after a while.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's just so much that we waste that can just be given away or donated.
Yes.
And I do a lot of charitable stuff, but I notice that I throw so much things away that can be just like, I should have just gave this away instead of just throwing away. You need just,
I hear you. Donation. Okay, ready? Would you rather be unable to turn left or constantly feel like you're covered in ants?
Oh, I would circle the same street every day,
Yes.
all day, if I couldn't make a left, but I'm not getting covered in
No,
ants.
me neither.
Not at all. Like I cannot stand bugs, and now it's like mosquito season. I brought all these like electric bug zappers are all around my whole house,
No.
outside,
I
inside.
cannot.
It's insane. Tell everybody where they could find you, what you have going on, coming up, all that good stuff.
Okay, well, thanks everybody for paying attention and listening today. Like I said, we've created the nation's first and biggest healthcare system, which is totally cash pay, no insurance, no government help. We're just trying to take care of people, right? So you can find us at drlarapurdy.com, Dr. Lara Purdy. Their new website will be afd.health. It's coming soon. We're working on it. You can also find us on Instagram at America's Favorite Doctor. It's spelled just like it sounds. And I have a LinkedIn too, Lara Purdy, MD. We'd love to have you into the clinic, even if you just want to pop in and say hi. It's free to sign up. It's free to chat, And so I think it's a great service, and you'll find that you're very well taken care of.
I love it. Make sure you guys tune into everything that Dr. Purdy has going on. Visit her site, visit her Instagram page at America's Favorite Doctor, and that is it for Telli Talks.